Alright. Hello. Windows Firewall has blocked some features. I'll say it. I don't think it will do anything. Okay. RTM's dead. Alright. So. YGO. I have seen the new vampire support. Well, it's Pumpking. It's Pumpking support. But it effectively is used as vampire support, in all honesty. Like, it's rank 6 spam. Or just zombie pile. It's not zombie, like, synchro pile that you're, like, pretty used to. It's slightly different. And this is the build I'm currently running with one Eldritch, one Voivod, one Army of the Haunted, 3 Scourge, 1 Grace, 3 Reverie, 1 Chang-Chi, 3 Pumpkin, 3 Snakehair, 3 Shadow Vampire, 1 Fraulein, 3 Ghost, 3 Retainer, 3 Familiar. I'm getting distracted by hearing my own voice. Hopefully that's not, like, coming through on this stream. Anyway. So, 3 ofs are Scarlet Scourge, Reverie, Pumpkin, Snakehair, Shadow Vampire, Vampire Ghost, Vampire Retainer, Vampire Familiar. And then, of course, in the Spell and Traps, we have 3 Ectoplasmic Fortification. Yeah, I just say Ectoplasm. I know Ectoplasmer was like a card that existed back in... It's like a thing that still exists, but it was a thing that I used to play in the DS game from 2011. Or was it 2010? Something like that. Doesn't really matter. Then 3 Impermanents. And yeah, you can see the deck list. It's really more effective if I just show off the deck. So let's do some test hands, and then I'll play against the AI for a little bit. Maybe I'll be able to get into an actual game. Well, we'll see. This is a fucking dog shit, man. Alright, going on. Okay, Vampire Ghost kind of just unfair. So Vampire Ghost is always the normal summon that you want to go with in this deck. So you will send Vampire Retainer, right? Then to the hand, you can do Shadow Vampire or Scourge. Either one works. Shadow Vampire is preferred by some people. Mainly my friend, because it just gets you a body from deck. I prefer, personally, Scourge, because it lets me revive a guy from grave. But for this, what do I want? I'll do Scourge. Yeah, I'll do Scourge. Then we'll send Familiar. Effect. Familiar. Sack Ghost. Familiar effect. Pay the 5. Effect activate. Nope, not in there. Then we will add to hand Voivod. Then from grave we will Retainer. Send the Voivod. Then that's Retainer. Retainer effect. Pool the Desire. Now, you could always go for the Omni. The Omni Negate is always a positive for the most part. But if you want to extend further, you gotta go Desire. So, we're gonna go Ghost, Banish, Tribute. We're going to select Scarlet Scourge, Tribute Familiar, Effect Activate, Scourge pays 1,000, Revive Voivod. Okay. Now, from this position, set 2. Then we'll activate Desire on the Retainer, and we will send Grace. Now, we have 2 level 6s. What we're going to do from there, we're going to do Founder. Be a Pumpkin. Pumpkin effect. Add to hand Pumpkin. And then from here, you just do the pumpkin combo. Pumpkin in hands, then Call of the Haunted, pop the pumpkin. Then Call of the Haunted, revive pumpkin. And then effect triggers, special summoning Chang-Chi. And then Vampire Grace effect on resolution lets me special summon her back. And that's 3 bodies. Effective Grace, send monsters. Alright. Now, what we do from here, we change here. And this is to set up the graveyard further, to give us some, like, follow-up. What I normally do here would be send Grace or Army of the Haunted, but since we have Army in the hand, we don't need to do that, and Grace is already on board, so we send up Bloom. Bloom effect, and now we have Eldritch. This opens up the whole Eldritch package that we have in the extra deck. So, from this position, we're going to forward Xyz the Undying Legion. Then we're going to go Officiating Zombie, or whatever. Doom Samuel. Then from hand, we special summon Army. And furthermore, we send these 2 for Vampire Sucker. Then we'll send Grace, Effect, Revive Pumpkin. Doesn't really matter what here. We're gonna get the draw off. Perfect. Now, target 1 card on the field, send it to grave. You can send 1 spell trap from your hand to the grave. So this would let me send Ectoplasmic Fortification. Ectoplasm. This would let me send it. And on sending it, I would be able to pop Call of the Haunted. Yeah. I'd be able to pop Call of the Haunted, revive, or re-add Eldritch, special Eldritch, and then go into the extra deck for Fallen Angel. But for here, what I'm going to do is make Fascinator with the Sucker and Ghost, or Pumpkin. And from here, it's kind of just done. I say that like this isn't like a pretty solid board. We have a fucking Sucker. We have a Suck, so your opponent can you can just like steal your shit from your opponent. You have the Voivod negate from grave. Legitimately, he's just called by on legs. And then Officiator of Doom Samuel. This card. Yeah. So, Officiator just lets you get a body to negate the effects of anything smaller than it. And if we had Call of the Forgotten, if we had that on board, then we would be able to do a little more. Or we would have a little more interaction, I should say, where Call of the Haunted would also be a pop. From this position, we can just go Fascinator and Drawline into Yuki-Onna. And pretty peak. That's pretty peak. And that's the deck. That's what it does. Haunted. Fact Grace. Pay it to 2. Grace 5. I didn't mean to click that, but it doesn't matter. Then we'll go Wallow. Wallow. And now we've juiced all of our fuckers. We've juiced all of our fuckers. I don't know why that cut off on the mic. That's a little weird. Oh no, man. That's a little weird. And then dead. So yeah. Pretty fun. this is the leading combo that you always want to do. You always want to get some combination of Pumpking, Call of the Haunted, Smash the Pumpkin to grab Changshi. Changshi then specials from Grave, or sets up the Grave. Most of the time, like I said, it's going to be Army of the Haunted, or Vampire Grace. If you can do full Vampire combo, then Grace is a good send. If not, then Army. But most of the time you have access to some amount of the Vampire combo. And, yeah. Yeah! We're going to do some custom bot games. What are we feeling? What are we feeling today, guys? We feeling something? Chat's pretty fucking dead. GG's. To whoever's viewing, I appreciate you. So what we're gonna do is fucking, I don't know. Let's play against Dark Magician. Let's bully Dark Magician. Okay. So here is the crystal page. That's gonna be about it. Yeah. Maybe an ashen hand. That's probably a trick. Prophecy. Interesting. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to bait the ash for ectoplasm. Add to hand? No? Okay. So, then we just go imperfect. Pumpkin, and pop the pumpkin. Smash the pumpkin. Call the haunted, revive the pumpkin. Pumpkin effect. Grab Changshi. Changshi effect. Pitch army. Revive. Boom. Then we will stare. I'll do this to grab Call of the Forgotten. Activate Call of the Forgotten. Set Call of the Haunted. So now we have that live. And we're going to then make this Great Pumpkin. And we'll grab a pumpkin. Or just smash the pumpkin on next turn. Boom. 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 And now we're just vibing. We're just vibing. So, from here, Undying Legion. Will tribute or shadow effect activate special Voivod. I don't know why I think about that for so long, but it should always be Voivod. And then we will flying ship. Yeah. I always like doing this. You really don't need to, but it is just fun. Navigate. I could have used the ship there, but I didn't.